Well, here's a 2012 film that came out in America and didn't come into the UK until sort of near the end of January. And I'm so gutted that it didn't come out much earlier or even in 2012, because if it had, I am pretty sure I would put this film in my top 10 list, because this film was just utterly amazing. Now, when people probably see the film, see the title Lincoln, they'll probably think it's a biograph, like it's a biopic even, like it's going to go from the day he was born all the way to his death. And to be honest, it's not like that. It's all about, it kind of focuses more on, I think, the months leading up to the 13th Amendment of, you know, abolishing slavery. And it's pretty, that's where it's very intriguing. And obviously the star of the show is Daniel Day-Lewis, portraying as Lincoln. And this is like the first time I've ever sort of noticed is, I went into this film and I know who was playing Lincoln, but looking at it, it just didn't look like Daniel Day-Lewis. This looks like a completely different person, and when an actor manages to do that, it's top notch. What really made this character really well was the fact, like, he speaks quite quietly, quite softly, you know, he rarely raises his voice, he tells stories, and like these stories are probably these stories are sometimes either about truth or a current event that's influential, or just trying to sort of make people feel a bit at ease with themselves. But it's just the chemistry between with all the actors is just amazing, and by God, Steven Spielberg, I think literally this is what I think Warhorse should have been more of. Like, some of the shots that he does are so intriguing, and in fact, from start to finish, I was not bored with this. I mean, yeah, I might be maybe a wee bit fidgety with Dark Knight Rises, might have gone a wee bit little bored with Les Miserables, and probably some other like long 2.5 hour long flicks, but this one I was just not bored at all, because I was intrigued by this character, by the way how Spielberg's managed to sort of portray this character. I only have a couple of nitpicks, so the thing is, so it's not really like really big problems, it's just little nitpicks. Obviously Tommy Lee Jones, he's really good in this film. The only problem is I just get the impression that it's Tommy Lee Jones playing Tommy Lee Jones, and so I couldn't see a character in him, but he was still really good, and probably he was quite entertaining a little bit. The other is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Is I kind of actually have a bit of a problem with this character, is he plays like one of the sons of Lincoln, and the problem is I just don't think they developed this character well enough. Like, he's just there like to entice, like to move a scene forward at times. And I just feel as though that he wasn't just really given nothing much to do. Felt that was a bit of a shame. But also, what other thing I like, there's a lot of cast that you'll see, but I'm not going to name them all, but you'll see a lot of cast that will appear and you'll be like, oh, I know that person, I know that person. Totally amazing. The wife of Lincoln, I did like her. I thought she was really good. She brought a lot of emotion into it, but for some weird reason I think she was just always a bit too unhappy. Like most of the time. Never really sort of bothered me that much, but again, some of it is just nitpicks. I really enjoyed this film. I think it's one of Spielberg's sort of best he's done yet. I think a lot of people probably will like this. This will be played, you know, in history classes, you know, anything that you know is good, because this is actually one of those films that you'll see quite a lot. And, you know, in history classes and that, but I absolutely love it, and I only wish it came out in 2012 so I could put it on my top 10 list.